In this video, I want to show you how to warp your bead loom. So I have made these bead looms for you. You're going to need a yardstick, you're going to need a pair of scissors, you're going to need a permanent marker, you're going to need green filament, monofilament wire, and then a crochet hook, which basically is a long skinny thing with a little hook on the end. I don't have one, and the weather's not fabulous today. I'm not driving out to get one, so I'm going to hopefully hope that one of these three work. So I have already pre-cut my filament, my green filament. And so what I'm going to do now is I've only cut 4, so you need 4 strands that are 36 inches or 1 yard long. So I cut one, the length that I needed, and then I cut all the others to that particular length. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this filament and I am going to try and get it so that they're even at both ends, and I'm going to find the middle. And this is where the permanent marker comes in. So I'm just going to marker, I don't even know if this is going to work, but hopefully it will. I just want to marker kind of that area where the middle is. We don't want to lose that. And then now I'm going to show you how to go ahead and warp this. So I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see, move this out of the way. You can see what I'm going to do. So here we go. I'm going to take this center point and I'm going to place this center point kind of right in the middle of the bolt, right in here. I want that to be in the middle. And so that's one of the reasons why I have you mark it. I'm going to place this, I'm going to have this go around below the screw there, and I'm going to bring it back through the hook and over. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Go around, under the hook, and over. Now, when I get down, so here are, you can see that I now have 8 threads, 4 on each side. Now, when I get down to the bottom, what I'm going to do is I am going to, and I'm going to see if I can't zoom in here so that you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. And I am going to come down and I'm going to make a knot here. This part's a little bit tricky because I'm not going to make a knot. I'm just going to go over under. So I've got something like I'm tying my shoe, and I'm going to bring that underneath that little screw there that I've added, and I'm going to tighten that up. Okay, and I'm not making a knot, but all I've done is I've done that. I'm going to do the same thing, go over under again as though we are going to tie a knot, except this time I didn't make that work. Except this time, instead of going on the bottom to make the knot, I'm going to bring it to the top. I'm going to bring it on the top. And then I'm going to do one more time, and I'm going to bring it back to the bottom. The reason we're not making an actual knot for this is because, oops, I think I did that wrong. I'm not catching all of those strands. Is that we are going to end up taking this off of the loom at some point, and we need to be able to get to those and have them come undone. All right, so that is how you are going to warp your loom. Now, one thing you need to know about looms, as you mentioned, we've known before, this is the warp thread right here, and what we weave going across is the weft. So warp and weft. So now we have just warped our loom. The next step that we have to do, and it looks like I got these a little bit crossed, and that's okay. I'm just going to lift them up and switch them. We need to separate these little wires here, this line, and I don't think I pulled this tight enough, but it will work. So I'm going to separate this. Now I have a couple different tools here that I got from my sewing kit where I might just separate these so that they are all individual. And this is where that crochet hook kind of comes in. And as you separate these, you're going to see that these threads And you have to make sure that the threads are all going in the same place. You don't want them overlapping anywhere. So take the time to get each thread where you want. And you're going to see that it's going to sit in the groove of the screw there that I have. Let's see, did I get that one? I think I did. Here's the next one. And it looks like I could have done a better job making the bottom of this part tighter when I tied those, so that you want to make sure you need to have them really tight. So you might need to get somebody to help you. These are feeling a little loose, but I don't know if you can see. Maybe I take a piece of paper. Let's try taking a piece of paper underneath, so maybe you can see that a little bit better. So you can see that my warp thread is all going in the same direction, connecting from the top here. I've separated them and they're staying consistent all the way through to the bottom. So once you've done with that, you're going to watch the next QR code and you're going to find out how you're going to begin with your beadwork.